someone can give us a little bit of a breakdown and catch us up. And
Not it.
oh, I mean, there is always fresh inspiration involved for whoever who does.
I went last week and I didn't get no inspiration, so that's why I'm not in this week.
Really? I'm
I'm
sorry.
protesting.
I thought
Look
I
at this
did.
guy. Doesn't get rewarded instantly, stops doing it.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting behavior.
This is a flavor venue, okay?
I simply don't do it because I'm stupid and I forget. Huh.
Well, I guess I could refresh your memory. We had a battle. There was things clawing out of a house that had semi-collapsed from the attack the night before, and it continued through tonight. Or this afternoon, actually, I believe it is. First, we came out, and there was the smaller creatures that we had fought before, and then these slightly bigger, medium-sized creatures on four legs followed them out, and they proceeded to kick some ass, but we defended successfully, and in the process, Barney saved two guardsmen, so he's a hero. And Mumbleman may or may not have helped out. Names escaping me tonight.
Goose.
Goose, that's it. I keep thinking Rabbit, and I know that's not his name.
No, it's Goose the Rabbit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Goose the Rabbit, yep. Sorry about that, Jess. I will get there eventually. We were kind of taking a little bit of a breather before we decided what we were going to do next.
Well, we were still in the midst of like the post-battle recovery, but yeah,
Yeah.
we pretty much ended it at a little bit abruptly. But yes, that is good. Thanks for the recap.
We may
But
want to
yeah,
do something about this fire that I had nothing to do with. That's now started in the middle of the town and is burning successfully.
definitely get your D6 of inspiration as well. So thank you.
The only thing you messed up on was just a small thing. It was 3 guards I saved, not 2. But don't worry about it.
Well, I'm glad
You
you were
tried your
paying
best.
attention, because apparently I wasn't.
There was also another creature that was here that seemed to beckon more forth, but it was pretty quickly dispatched, even though.
Yes, I forgot about him too as well.
But that is indeed, and the dust settles from that intense situation. Everyone's heart's pounding. You can hear the calls and scream outs of several guards that are starting to rush over to your position, seemingly coming from different parts of town. A little bit late, but good to see, but they would have been beneficial probably about a minute ago. On top of the slew of those soldiers who move up and begin to spread out, you can see a cluster of Ballastier marksmen approaching from the distance as well. And they also begin to start to scan and spread out. But everyone has this moment post this battle to sort of collect themselves and whatever you wish to do. The fire also is still catching with the grease spell and catching all of the vines, and the house structure is pretty much engulfed in flames now.
Mumbleman has gone on a complete rant about fires and houses and why is it always fire.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta run downstairs. So
Yep.
5 minutes.
Okay, that's cool, man.
Just having nightmare, having flashbacks.
He's screaming. He started not screaming, but yelling to form a bucket brigade. We need to put this thing out. It's gonna spread to other houses. Nobody else should lose their home.
You can see those guards kind of have rushed up from like the south side here, They kind of move up and they're like, "What happened? Oh god!" And you can see a couple of them are taken in the fire, but 3 of them here have moved over towards where there are injured guards, and you guys have felled all these number of creatures. Is everything all right? What the fuck? What is that? I don't know, man. I don't know. Is everyone all right?
Ooh.
No, but I'm okay. He's okay. And the big guy's okay too.
All right. What the? And you can see them now, like, turn their attention over to, like, all the corpses and stuff, like husks laying around. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god! And, like, start to spread out. 2 of them scan around the side of the house and start to look at the fire that's roaring up through, and then see more corpses.
Is it still rumbling under the house?
The tremoring in the moment has stopped. But the flames are definitely overtaken. You can watch the vines sort of are retracting as they get charred and burned, and then they twist and coil up, and you can see it's really affecting it.
Maybe we should just let it keep burning.
Mumbleman is not okay with that. He's asking these guards coming and stuff, "Where's the nearest source of water? We need to put this out."
Mumbleman, you say that out, and you can see the marksman troop sort of approaches, and following behind them is someone I don't believe you've met yet, but others see Seeker Valeria approach. She is in the midst of following behind this troop, and she sort of approaches you, and they're like, "What water?" Then they're like, "Holy shit!" And, like, you can see that, and she kind of steps forward, and she kind of stops for a second. She's like, "No, let it burn. Let it burn."
But that's somebody's house. That's their belongings.
Those belongings are long gone with that influence inside. Besides, with the threat of it coming back, let it burn. I am actually just coming from the front gate. They have that under control, and I was coming to see in the other locations that were spread across town. This one here seems to be, and you can see her scan across now, like the corpses, mounds of corpses fucking everywhere, taken care of. And she squints a little bit and looks at you. She's like, "I don't believe we've met."
No, we
Stay
haven't.
there, guards. And you can see she orders for them to start spreading out, and they... I'm Seeker Valeria, head of the Seekers Guild here in town.
Well, I'm just passing through with my friends here, and we heard a disturbance, and they said we should help. So yeah, I helped.
Okay. Well, your help is greatly appreciated. Are you responsible for this? The help that you gave, is this in the source of the fire that is quelling the influence of the Queen?
I may have contributed to this scenario, yes, but it was entirely in self-defense.
Well, you have nothing to worry about, as I feel like it was the right choice. There was an attack here, obviously, last night. Creatures were emerged, but they were taken care of. It seems that, and you can see her again scanning around, that things got out of hand, but were taken care of by, I assume, you and the rest of you.
Well, more them than me, but I helped. And I'd point
Either way,
towards.
I would like to extend my thanks, is all.
Well, you should talk to the big guy, or maybe Barney or Altair or Goose. Yeah, you should talk to one of them. And I start backpedaling.
Is any of them hurt?
I
Is
move
anyone...
over to Barney to just say, "You okay?" Like, just casual conversation on the other side of the house while he's doing all this stuff.
Yeah, after the fight, Barty got pretty cut up, and he's like, "Oh," and he stumbles over here, and he's gonna look through this cart quickly and see if there's any. He's like, maybe this person had a bottle of alcohol in this cart.
Okay.
And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, this one kind of hurts," and I lift up my arm, and like you can see like the exposed ribs on the side of my body.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Okay. I guess at least the ribs are still there.
I don't want to like I don't want to burn this buzz. You know what I mean? Before I find some alcohol to get the buzz back. So I'm just kind of letting it burn right now. And
You can see as you look into that cart, it looks like it's a military-based cart. A lot of the back half of it is empty, and it has two opposing benches where soldiers would be dragged along to this location. They're using it more as a barricade on the road here, but inside there's some quivers with arrows. There's like javelins and things like that, like quick use items that would be used in military excursions. You don't see any immediate alcohol, but if you wanted to start rifling through things, there's a few crates and some covered areas. You might be able to get some stuff. But
I don't really want to rifle through the military crates in front of the soldiers. So I'll just be like, okay, sober it is, and I'll heal myself for 4 of my lay on hands because I want to keep
okay.
them in case there's anything bad in the future.
Seeker Valeria begins to approach Bjorn and Goose, and she notices that Goose is sort of laying unconscious on the ground. Soldiers move over and get closer to her as well. The one guy has a severed hand from the detonation of his own weapon, and he's kind of has it half wrapped, like, you know, when you like cut yourself and you wrap your shirt around it and then just sort of sit there with it. He's kind of doing that, bleeding all over his uniform. I just don't know if those guys are back yet, but
No, I'm back.
oh, okay. Is he okay? And she kind of like leans over. Those who participated in this battle who require healing gather close. You can see she's getting a bit closer to the dark tan robes. And Bjorn, the things that you notice most importantly is in the center of her forehead is like a sigil or like a rune, like sort of inscription that's tattooed to her forehead. But she kind of begins to emit a slight aura as she says that and is beginning to cast some form of spell.
I say, Barney, it looks like there's someone with some sort of authority over here. We should go.
All right. When I healed up my wound, I like show Altera and I go, "Did I seal it all up before that?" And then we hear this later. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then I go, "Oh, what are those guys' names? Crap." I go, Jerry, Gary, you guys should come over this way too." And I start jogging this way, and I'm like, something like that.
I can do a number. If everyone here is needing this, who requires aid?
I do.
I'm standing behind her, not speaking up, but going foot to foot.
Okay.
The little old man behind you needs it too.
Okay, very well.
What did you do, Mumble Man?
You remember what he did in the cave? Yeah, he got like that again.
You can see her aura begins to emit from her as a radiant glow takes forth. That sigil begins to burn on her forehead as her eyes go slightly yellow. And as she lays her hands to touch the ground in like a sweeping out motion, this radiant aura beckons outwards. This target, this will hit 6 people. Oh, fuck. So Bjorn, Barney, Goose, Mumbleman, Alter, did you say you needed it or no?
I mean, I'm down 8, but that's basically half.
So,
I mean,
yeah, take what you can get, buddy.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I'll take it.
And the soldier back here as well, you heal up for 13 points. As you feel a powerful, well, maybe not so much powerful, but a radiant healing spell starts to mend some of the wounds on your bodies. She's like, good. And you can see her start to scan, and she's like, okay, guards, begin to clean up the streets, burn the corpses, throw them into the fire. We're like,
I know what that rune says.
You can make. Do you have a check for like your carver's tools, or did you want that affiliated to say like a? I don't want to say Arcana check, but
So the rune shaper tools doesn't really give me a check. but I know giant.
I was going to say, if you want to then roll a d20 and add your proficiency, then
Okay.
that way,
Proficiency.
and then obviously that gets better. But
Yeah, proficiency with a tool adds your proficiency bonus to a check.
yeah, 11. It is
13.
definitely a runic symbol of sorts, although it's a bit hard to decipher. It's not written in giant. Now I know you're used to seeing more of that style of one, but it's a little bit different. But it is very similar in nature as yours.
Well, because I think it's so I kind of look at her and I go, Dumazi go.
And you
it
see
kind
her
of comes
like,
out like a bellow.
yeah, and she kind of like looks at you as you say that, like in recognition in some regards. Like, she's like, "Oh, you're aware of what these are? I see. That's interesting. You're an interesting lot and an interesting group, and I believe that you're the ones that I was told about by Osa."
That's where Molan starts backing away again.
She had to give us information of those who had returned a day after the hunt, bringing back an esteemed alchemist from the forest, and starts to look towards Momo Man, who's backing away, and also quite the bountiful harvest of what we were searching for.
Sorry, guys, I couldn't get Discord to work on my laptop, so
That's
just using
okay,
my
man.
phone.
I was wondering
Uh,
where you were.
as Goosefact revives from this magic, he just sits up straight, and he still sees that dead mushroom in front of him, and he starts just wailing at it with his sword arm, screaming, half conscious.
Momo Man is going to grab
Oof.
this dead body over here and start dragging him towards the fire.
Yeah, no, not him, not him. Yeah, like, and you can see like a couple of them, like what the, like, put a thing.
She said to throw the bodies in the fire. Just
Yeah,
doing what
no,
I'm
no,
told.
That
I'm
one's
gonna
still
bury
alive.
him. That was Bribsby. Okay, he's gonna get buried normally.
Oh,
Yes, please, no, just the wooded one.
that makes me feel a bit better.
Yes, just the wooded ones, please. Oh, thank you, Sukaver, for that aid. I'll get to work right away.
Bjorn walks up to the mushroom that Goosefat's like wailing on and kicks it as hard as he could to try to kick it into the fire.
And you can see a number of these soldiers in the midst of just hucking husks and stuff into the flames.
No, we could get paid for those. No.
They begin to when you're kicking and slashing away at this thing, it's starting to break it apart in pieces, and it makes it pretty easy for some of the guards to scrape and throw them into the fire after that. But not to cut this short, but if you will, I have a favor to ask. If you are all capable of being able to set fire to this abode, I wish to do the same to the other location in town to prevent any other measures as such.
You want us to start a fire?
I would request the aid if you could accompany me to the other location in town so we can do the same as what we see here. If, of
I'm not
course,
one to
you're
say no to a good time. What about you guys?
Oh yeah, I'd be willing to help. And he looks right at her. For money.
I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement. The Seekers don't usually operate the same as the Ballastiers. They are more capitalistic in nature. The Seekers usually pay with information, as that's what we typically seek. But if it is indeed gold that you required, I'm sure there can be some scrounged up around here. You and you,
You're speaking
on
my
me.
language.
And these two kind of pull up behind her. Everyone else, keep doing what you're doing. Monitor the fire. Make sure no other things come out of it. If it spreads, make sure it gets put out before it reaches anything else. We're going to move forward and on to the next location, please. He goes, hut, hut! And they see a lot of them begin. And one guy over here tending to the other two that had passed. And all right, on me, if you will. And she begins to start to move with intent.
As she goes to walk away, Bjorn says something in giant again, asking her what that rune is. He goes,
Um,
Toma visto.
she doesn't recognize the language. Like she recognizes the language the way she looks at you, but she doesn't know what you're saying. So she's kind of like, okay, are you curious to know something? Or I sense tension.
Sorry. No, sorry. That was native giant tongue. I thought maybe because of the mark on your head, you knew giant. I was curious what it is. It doesn't look familiar to me, but similar. And I pull a stone out that has this rune carved in it that says stone. It says
That
storm.
that immediately sort of draws her attention to look and come over and look at it. She goes like, oh, it's slightly different. Okay. Actually, what you see here is a powerful artifact from across the ocean. Some of the former civilizations enchanted powerful runes into these stones that were able to be used at whim by those who attuned to them. I'm lucky enough to possess one that had all three pieces combined into one.
Oh, I'm sorry if I startled you with the tone of giants. It's very
No, of
deep
course.
and rumbly tone.
I recognized, although I wasn't sure what you were getting at until you made it more clear for me. Thank you.
I'm sorry about the confusion.
All is well. But if you will, I would like to make haste to this other location, please.
Yes.
And she begins to march down the street, followed by the two marksmen at her side. What's everyone else doing in this moment as she begins to start to walk off?
I'm gonna follow right behind her and ask her some questions.
I'm
Yeah, of course. Okay.
I'm gonna follow Bjorn's lead. So if he
I walk
follows,
up to
I
Mumble.
follow.
I walk
Goose
up
is still following.
to Mumble Man and grab him under his shoulders. Old man, come on. And I kind of like prop him up on me, so he can kind of just sit. The elders shouldn't walk as much. I'm just like a little
Kind
kid sitting
of
on my shoulder.
adjust myself, and there's a small, tiny little grin at the corner of my mouth.
Altair, what are you doing?
I'm just chilling in the background. My guy doesn't really like people,
Okay.
really. He's more, yeah,
A bit antisocial.
yeah,
Okay, well, no, that's okay. But you are tagging along.
yes.
Okay. And Goose, same.
Yeah, Goose is following.
Okay. You begin to branch through different parts of town and onto different thoroughfares and streets as she's sort of moving with a little bit of faster pace, but not enough that she's losing you or anything like that. But there is ample time here to ask questions or inquire about stuff. But
Yeah, so when I'm following, I'm like, okay, so you say you have you deal in information. I have a quick question. Now,
sure.
I'm no stranger to inhaling things and having things in my nose, but those things exploded. I got some dust all in my nose and in my mouth. It tasted terrible. Am I going to die?
I can't say that I'm overly familiar with whatever creatures those were. Um, the hells that spawn from her locations tend to vary depending on, I'm not going to say her mood, but I've seen a number of different creatures, not ones as large and quite fungal as those ones before. So I'm not sure what you breathed in. Maybe it was smoke and ash from the flame, or...
No, we stabbed it, we slashed it, it went, and it exploded all in my face.
So you inhaled some form of spore, then, you're saying?
Whatever that means.
Okay. Well, I mean, mushrooms tend to have, spores around them, and that's how they sort of grow and things like that, if you are commonplace to information as such. But if you breathed in these spores, I would definitely monitor your condition, as the world is ripe and rich with a number of different effects and diseases. One can be affected by the queen especially, so I would keep an eye out on yourself and
Am
seek aid within a
I gonna
temple, perhaps.
am I gonna turn into a plant person?
That I cannot answer. But it is
Okay.
mildly concerning, so again, keep health in priority.
After this is all over, I might need you to point in the direction of that temple, and I'll
Okay, well,
fall back.
Okay.
Hey, Goose. Goose.
Yes.
I make a tossing motion towards you, and then I reach into my belt pouch and I grab a vial, and I toss it at you.
I just drink whatever's in the vial.
No, it's topical. You don't drink it and drink it.
It's too late. It's gone.
Yours just laughs. Finally, it's not just me.
You should really get some little jars to put the ointment in or something instead of vials.
You daft old man. Shit, it's horrible.
What was it?
It was one of the my little minor healing things.
Oh, okay.
So is that gonna work on him or no?
I would. Is topical the flavor you're going for?
No, it's actually I've labeled it a healing salve. So,
Okay.
if he had
Well,
damage
salves are usually.
inside, maybe.
Yeah, I did bite my tongue really fucking hard while fighting that mushroom. So
When I passed out, I bit my tongue really hard.
All right. So,
But I think is Goose not at full health after that heal, or
no, I'm still
Okay.
9 points down.
okay? Well, yeah, you know what? I'd say do half, roll half, or take the effect of half. So yeah, you get 3 points from it. Just it is a topical. It tastes like shit. It does not taste very good. So
That's making me feel a bit strange.
that's because you drank it instead of putting it on the wound.
Why don't you label the damn things?
But we had this conversation in the cave.
I almost died 3 minutes ago. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Well, maybe when I hand you something, if there's time, you can ask. Or okay, wait, I didn't hand it. Well, maybe when I throw something at you, and you catch it, and there's time.
How about this?
I don't know.
You throw something at me, I drink it. You hand it to me, I'll rub it on my face.
All right.
Deal.
If he rubs it on him, does he just look really greasy just after?
Note
in
to
fact,
self.
it cleans them up a bit.
Note to self: the next potion that I give to him as a player is something he's supposed to drink. But I hand it to you.
Okay. Still carrying on, she moves at that brisk pace, sort of moving towards. You start to see different affected residences, most likely from the tremoring, and you start to take in the sort of turmoil that's happening across town as you move through all these different streets. Crowds of people scurrying, sort of seeking shelter, people covering themselves. There's a bit more ringing in the distance. You can hear more firing, a little bit of mild tremoring. Definitely indicating that conflict is still arising in certain areas, but merchants are closing down shops and shutting down shutters. People watch from second floor windows. Guards rush around corners in small groups. Valeria moves with intent and carries herself in a very stoic manner as you've been having these conversations, but she does begin to pick up the pace a bit. And growing near to the area of that second breach, her aura begins to sort of glow again for but a moment before it resides again. And with her troops and you all in tow, you crest onto a wider street where you can see up ahead there's a number of guards laying in wait, and they're talking with civilians who have gotten close to the other house that's been affected. Those, curious enough to want to see what's happened and the large roots that have grown up through the street and through the buildings, and they're come asking questions and checking out the damages. Amongst the guards, you can see, and there's now acolytes as well, but you can see Kren, the copper dragonborn that you've met before. He's standing there looking towards one of the houses, but he doesn't see you approaching. You can see gnarled, vertically shot up vines and roots that have grown through parts of the properties, and amidst the wreckage of homes, there's still overgrowth. There's sites of several formed crystals as well that stick out through the different property lines and in throughout the insides of the house up through. The one that stands, the house closest to Kren has a large yellow crystal that's sticking out on a sort of obscure angle, emanating and pulsing at the very end, something that you're quite familiar with seeing now. You can see also as they begin to approach, an acolyte sees your group approaching, and she goes to meet Valeria, most likely for some form of conversation. Let me move the map. Move the map.
While we were moving, could I have loosely kept my eye out for maybe a table or a shop we were running past that happened to have left some alcohol out on the table?
Give me a perception or investigation check, please.
Just like I would have been keeping my eye out.
Sure. Then more perception check. You could see a pretty one of those round bottomed bottles that has sort of rolled off the table but didn't smash, as it might have like cascaded across a few different crates. So you're like, oh, okay, and you kind of scoop that up, and it does have liquid in it, but you're not quite sure. You'd have to open it to find out what it is. But
Okay.
you look like you found some form of something.
When we stop running, I'll pop it open and start smelling around.
Okay. But yes,
I'll do that in the background.
of course, you take in the surroundings now. You can see that this property here is two houses that were next door to each other, where the cracks are quite visible through the ground, and there's a number of different shot up vines and roots through it. But again, where you see Kren here is staring towards one crystal here that's pulsing with another form of light. The front of this house here looks like it might have been a larger house, like a mansion of some sort. But you have green and red crystals that have busted up through the walls and ceilings, all while being completely engulfed and overgrown in vines. Valeria gets approached by the acolyte. She goes, Seeker Valeria, there's only been a few attacks since midday last night, and only 4 have lunged from the depths, but we've kept them at bay thus far. Only but a moment ago, that crystal over there has begun to pulse and flicker, but we've just left it be. She's like, okay. You can see Kren here is just standing with his arms crossed, just sort of staring at it. But you can see all across the street in different positions, people are sort of standing there, and guards are sort of not keeping people at bay, but are sort of distracting them from getting any closer. But there's a smaller crowd here gathering as people are just sort of taking in what's happening. Okay, spread out. Let's get a look at this. But yeah, you kind of have the moment to yourselves here as she sort of is moving up with intent towards some of this area and is looking around.
So I start digging through my backpack and pouches, preparing something to start fires with.
Okay.
So like I'm mixing, some powders and some plants and, things that are flammable together, thinking, I know just the ticket. So she said she wanted us to start this thing on fire.
Indeed. She's also now sort of a bit, I'm not going to say distracted, but she's in thrall or entranced by the pulsing glow of the crystal, and she's sort of like, you can see her squinting and looking at it, and she sort of walks up towards Kren, and you can hear them start to sort of mumble back and forth to each other as she stares at it. It's like, I'll get on patrol. I'll look around the other side of the house. Okay, yeah. Not really sure what it is. It just started growing about 5-10 minutes ago. It's been pulsing consistently ever since. It's definitely strange. I haven't seen them do that. Well, we are looking to purge this area, Kren, so I don't know if you're looking to do something with it or not, but if not, I would recommend you stand back.
Is that glow a crystal?
Yes, yeah, it's harder to tell just with the roots, but there's a yellow crystal that's busted up through part of the ceiling, and that tip of it is glowing, much similar to some of the other ones that you've seen.
What? I guess are yellow crystals the mother, or is it?
Yes, that you've discerned between the blue being more like your star-based ones, like the world-based ones. The influence-based ones from the queen are green, red, and yellow.
Okay. So
Although in your experience thus far, you haven't seen a yellow one that's glown. You've only seen a green and a red one that you've interacted with.
I guess I'll say, let me check this crystal out before we light it ablaze.
Okay.
Then I guess I'll just go in and take
She's
a
like,
look
well,
at it.
you know something about this? You've seen these before?
Do you not know who I am and who I'm a part of?
I can't say that I do.
I'm a member of the Crystalline Circle. We know everything about crystals or try and learn as much as we can about crystals, since they have been they do come from the scars.
That is incredible information. I was not aware that the troop had such illustrious members amongst it. That definitely warrants further conversation post this little incident here. And you can actually see, like, she has a genuine look of, like, oh, okay, like, I didn't know that. Like, the more you know.
I'm gonna go in there and
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
you can
guide myself before I go in.
Okay, but yeah, you'd see, like, just judging by the way that the house has been smashed and the vines have grown up through, you'll probably have to scale the side of it just to sort of get up to the tip of it. But that's up to you how you wish to try and get there. But you'll have to probably climb a bit to reach to be able to touch it.
Yeah, definitely guiding myself because this could get embarrassing.
Okay.
While that's going on over there, Mumbleman is taking his powder and concoction that he's made, and he's starting to sprinkle it and splash it up against the walls and stuff over here.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say, Altair, you begin to head up towards that crystal and start to find your way up to that. Kren and Valeria are sort of watching you. Mumbleman, you start to throw your powder all over stuff. What's everyone else doing?
I'm kind of just like drifting behind Bjorn, and I popped open my bottle and I'm sniffing it to see what it is.
It's definitely wine of some sort. A bit maybe stale, probably sat in the sun at some point, but it's definitely alcoholic in nature.
I take a little swig after I realize, and I go, that'll do. And so I'll just start drinking that and
Okay.
walking around behind them.
Sure.
Goose is just poking around.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the husks of those who have that they had felled before as well, like the ones that they had reported had emerged earlier in the day. But besides that, you can see these houses are definitely not as far destroyed as the other properties. So the constriction of the vines here is a lot more intense as you get closer to the building. And Altair is making his way up there. Bjorn, what are you doing?
Bjorn's kind of like going in this weird trance, kneel down on the ground, and he has his runic carving knife on the ground, and he's just staring off towards the crystal, but he's
Okay.
carving 2 runes in the ground.
Okay.
Doesn't really realize it yet.
Okay. All right. So, Altair, you begin to. How do you approach the crystal? How would you like to get to it?
Balls out, and I'll look for a spot that looks a little easier to climb up.
Okay. you can see where there's the fence between the properties. The vines have grown up over the fence and then connect from the fence to the side of the structure where the crystal is protruded out. It's overgrown like banners and old flags or heraldry that was affixed to the side of the house. But there is a fair spot where it doesn't look like it's too much of a challenge for you to get to. And you can see Goose is already near the base of that house already, or in the same vicinity. So you can start. But as you start to move up, you can see that there's a number of large, sort of deep cracks in the ground here, where the impact of the roots that have protruded through have really done a number on the city. If you wish to try and climb, or it would be an athletics check, or if you want to try and do some deft leaping, that would be an acrobatics check. Please and thank you.
Even though my acrobatics is better, it just makes sense to climb.
Okay. It's not very hard to get to, especially, yeah, of course. And you take the moment, you sort of scale up to the side, and you start to pull yourself up, and it gives you a vantage to the inside of the house. So, I'm going to do some reading here, so bear with me on this, gentlemen, please. Altair, you balance yourself sort of amongst the structure in the house, and you can see that yellow crystal before you, the pulsing energy at the end of the crystal. It moves in rhythm, and obviously you successfully pull yourself up there. It's very tantalizing to look at. And you sort of reach out to touch it like you've done before, and right as you're about to actually make purchase on the crystal itself, before the vision you sort of expect to see from it meets your mind, movement from the inside of the house catches your periphery. And that this shadow sort of moves from one end of the side of the house to the other. And you sort of instinctually look. And it's all within this split second of a thing. Just past this crystal, you can see down into this house and the destroyed interior and the angle that you're on. You can see the way the ceiling's crushed in, it's destroyed furniture, and parts of the walls have collapsed out. But at the back, there's a kitchen that's still standing with shelves and pottery hanging from it, hooks all over the place in every corner. But on the other side, you can see this large half-broken bookshelf that rests with its contents spilled out into the center of the room onto vines and overgrowth. But not just any normal books. They are like really thick, large bound tomes that might have been covered behind something or these walls, but have been exposed once it was destroyed. Throughout the floor and the walls, you've seen the vines wrap and creep everywhere inside. They seem to be sort of cinching and knotting down in real time, and mild cracks sort of pop up, and that sort of sound of constricting sort of happens. And that might have been what you thought is the source of your glance. But still within, you see it again, across the way. And you can see standing there now is this hooded figure, taller than you, slender, with these long black robes that hang with this flouncy material that blocks the feet, very tattered and almost moss themed. The shoulder pads aren't armored, but they're moss laden. But within the darkness of the hood, two burning orange eyes stare back at you, and as soon as you see them, a gnarled limb extends out towards you. I need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ew.
Okay. So as you are, again, your arms extended to reach this crystal, and about an inch away from it, you feel your body just lock up. You feel this influence, whatever spell this thing had cast on you. Now, Goose, you hear a little bit of noise just coming from the creaking wood inside the house, but you see what looks to be Altair reaching and touching the crystal from the ground. But
And can I make like a perception check to see if anything's going weird in there
you can, for sure.
with my giant rabbit ears?
Of course. Definitely a large sound of like the cracking and the cinching of wood. But you can see Altair again reaching for that crystal. It'll pop up. So yeah, you can definitely, yeah, there it is. Okay. What you hear mostly as you're standing there, Goose, is that cinching and sort of snapping of twig and branch. But you sort of look up and you can see the Altair is extended out and looks like they're communing with that crystal. So you don't hear anything necessarily abnormal, at least yet. Back to Altair. You watch this. You are locked in this position with this spell, an inch away from the crystal. The gaze locked on the burning eyes of this figure. They deapparate for a moment and then reappear about 10 feet away from you. Below you, mind you, still. But it's within this home, and you see the hood sort of bob down as if it's studying you for a moment, and its eyes, the burning eyes, sort of narrow and then refocus. Excuse me. Piercing your mind, you hear a voice telepathically begin to speak to you. We have come, harbingers of our queen, to carry out her will and enact her retribution. For the sins of mortals have stolen away that what was most precious to her so long ago. You cannot repent, for she laments. Toriah will suffer until she has returned her beloved. And that figure vanishes again into a plume of smoke. You're still locked by the spell, this time flashing up and across onto the roof above you. Everyone who is outside now would see this figure emerge. Let me just pull the token out so you can see it.
I don't get a save at a.
Not quite yet, but
After a turn.
you know what? I would say right now, with that time go by, you can make another wisdom save, please.
No.
You're still locked up, but up here, everyone witnesses this plume of shadow, like just sort of like ignite for a moment. Everyone sees the plume of smoke shadow. Where that blast of shadow emitted from where they had merged, you watch gnarled growth of vines spread out onto the plaster of the house and starts creeping along it. The figure lifts a hand vertically into the sky before a flash emits from it, along with a pulse of shadow, which creates an aura around them roughly 15 or so feet wide. And in that moment, the sky begins to flurry into a raging gale. Altair, you would see after they have cast the spell into the sky that your held spell fades and you're no longer held, but you sort of have to catch yourself from tumbling to the inside of the house. But which you can do, as your check before was pretty good. The branches far overhead begin to shake from this immense rush of wind, rustling all these massive leaves in the sky and creating a commotion from above. You can see now everyone begins to stir, guards stir, people beginning to panic, all the civilians. Valeria shoots a glance back and forth to all of you and to the marksmen as they start to ready their weapons and take stance. Everyone begins to sort of cluster up and shift to get closer, but also the townsfolk begin to just flee. Altair, again, you catch yourself, but everyone has a quick moment in this to either move or do something if they wish. But this hooded figure has cast some sort of incantation into the sky, and it, as the rolling clouds begin to take and the gales, darkness begins to veil the entire sky, changing from what looks to be day to almost night in a moment. Very dark, but not impossible to see.
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
Do those visions I have when I touch do they kind of seem like an instant, or do it seems like it's like real world time?
So what had happened is right before you touched the crystal is when that spell was cast on you.
I meant in like previous crystals.
Oh, sorry. Yes, your previous crystals, you would touch them, and it would be like within a few seconds of communion, and they would be displaying or projecting their imagery to you.
Okay.
So technically, in this moment, it caught you before you touched it, and used that opportunity to speak to you. And then you haven't technically touched it yet, as you sort of have had to, after the spell was let, you've sort of stumbled a bit, but caught yourself on the vines on the side of the house. Again, people can move at this moment. If not, I will continue on.
Okay, can we come and start the fire over here?
Sure can.
And then
Goose.
he will
Go ahead.
move his 30 feet and yell out happily, not knowing anything going on over here. I got the fire started!
Okay. Let me just put
He sure wants to start the fire, even though he hated fire 5 minutes ago.
No one should lose their home. I lit the house on fire, everyone.
Fuck your house. Yeah, yeah.
I was told to start the burning.
And sorry, Goose, what were you doing?
Goose, we all see the Shadow Man, right?
Right.
Goose will try to close the distance as much as he can.
Okay, he is up in that tower on the top of this house. So he's
Mhm.
about, I think he's about 25, 30 feet from you. No. A little bit more than that, but he's straight vertical right now. So you can begin to climb up there if you so choose.
Yeah, I'll start climbing up these roots and such.
Okay. Are you bouncing up or are you scaling?
Skill. I'm out of bounces.
Okay, so yeah, you can make an athletics check just to see how quickly you get up there real quick. He was in the midst of about to say something else, but we'll get to that momentarily.
Barney.
Oh,
Sorry. Barney, when Altair was touching this, had offered a drink to her, but she did not declined it. And then
Okay.
when this guy pops to the roof, Barney takes a big chug of his drink, and then he holds out the last little bit to her again, and that's
She
fine.
kind of like has looked at you for that interaction, but once he appears up there, she is like stepping back, sort of defensive. Some of the guards do pull back a little bit, but not too much, and everyone's sort of awestruck by the appearance. I'd say Goose, in this initial moment of movement, you definitely can take your 30 feet, so I'd say you're almost within 10 feet of it before you will reach it. But its incantation has been cast, but you begin to try and close that gap. Anyone else?
yeah. I still. So, as my action, I'd like to touch the crystal.
Okay.
Still. And
Okay.
then after the crystal, since he said it only takes a couple seconds in real time, I'd like to use my bonus action.
Okay. So you reach out and touch the crystal. Make a wisdom saving throw, please. Okay, not bad. So that when you touch it, you feel the surge of energy actually complete this time as you make purchase with it. This one shows, as the vision takes you, it doesn't wormhole, it doesn't spire. What you get is a third eye view of these houses before it was destroyed by the vines and the growth. Both houses in clean, almost pristine shape, but you watch for a moment as cracks begin to form and then vines slowly creep out and take sides of the houses, and someone comes out and is like, what the hell is going on? Oh shit. And then you watch them get severed by a vine and just taken down and then drawn into the crack. And then from there you watch one of the crystals pours out, this green one emerges out of the ground. You're watching the incident of the taking of these two houses happen in real time, stored in that crystal. So you watch the red ones bust through the side of this house and the walls collapse down. You can see guards start to approach and fight the barklet creatures and start to overtake. You get this sort of weird yesterday's events at this property kind of catch up. And you watch three of the civilians that live there get destroyed by the vines and eviscerated and then taken, drawn away, some left behind. You watch the exposure of that bookshelf fall out of the wall and then spill out. This side, you see the house where part of the top of the one back pillar falls on someone trying to run away. It's this catastrophe-like moment of the incident. The vines took this property. And then your bonus action.
I'm guessing it still hasn't been an hour since we were fighting.
No.
Then I still have my starry form going.
Okay.
Would my character be smart enough to know if they drop concentration, that most likely means their current spell's a concentration?
Like your character?
Yeah.
I would assume that you would know if you're concentrating on something. Yeah.
No, not
Okay,
his character, but the other.
The other person.
Oh, okay. That's hard to say. You can make a insight or arcana check. That's hard to say. I would say an arcana check because of the way that the spell is Okay, 14. You can definitely see that even though they released that spell on you, the incantation that you cast into the sky, they don't seem to be focusing on that as they were about to address again from here. So it was like a cast. Darkness took the sky. Gale-like winds started to cause the tree branches overhead to shake violently and the leaves to rustle. But they don't appear to be concentrating as the energy from the spell left them behind.
I'll still throw an arrow at him.
Okay.
So
15 does not hit, unfortunately. But you send that arrow out, and you hear in that same voice now for everyone, not just you, Altair. It goes, "Burn the Paramecians." And that voice calling from that hooded figure as they begin to slowly deapparate and fade away. Goose, you would close that other 10 feet at this point, and as you get to the top of that tower of the house, you can make an attack on them right before they look like they're going to disappear. If that was your intent. I don't want to say you're attacking, but if you were looking to climb up and get them, but yeah.
So my attack is me going to try to like jump tackle him off of this tower
Okay.
onto the street,
Okay.
preferably around all these fun people
Sure thing.
over here. So you want me to
Yeah,
make an attack or an athletics check?
I'd say make an attack roll because you're going to pounce at them to try and get them first. And they're already in this half corporeal state as you reach the roof. And they turn to look at you right as you go to try and yeet them off the side of this building.
Damn.
Okay, so on top of that as well, you run to jump past, and you're going to land through them.
Can I use my inspiration?
Sure. What's your inspiration? D6?
Yeah, it's a D6.
So I don't know. I don't want to stop you from doing it, but a 15 didn't hit last time. So even if you roll technically a 6, it still won't hit. So I don't want you to
Damn.
spend that for no
Yeah,
reason.
no, you're good.
Yeah.
That was a
So
little metagamey.
I don't know. I don't want to.
No, it's all good. I'm just fucking
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, Valeria begins to call formation orders in this moment, but Mumble Man, in this moment, you sort of freeze. It's a word, a saying. No, it was a name, and it was a name that you haven't heard since you were forced from your home. In fact, that feeling sort of triggers the same as motion as that day when you had to leave home about 200 years ago, and you try and snap out of it. Barney, in the midst of this semi-darkness that's cast, your symbol begins to flare a little bit purple. Your holy symbol lights up, trailing with energy, and as the spell took hold in the sky around you, and you hear, "This is my domain. You shall excel here, Drakond." And it's Yonix that's beckoning you sort of sourcelessly. The grounds now begin to shake and quake. It's distant first, and then it quickly grows into this devastating impact from below, and straight up through the center of between the houses shoots out a massive vine that's 10 feet and growing, 20 growing, now 30 feet high in the sky as the roads begin to crack around it and the land lifts up and pops from the stress. People begin to tumble and fall, trying to catch themselves from the quaking before trying to run again but fail. Valeria yells out, "Brace yourselves!" I need everyone to make a DC, or I need everyone to make a strength saving throw, please. As you feel all the road beginning to crack, tremor, and shake. Bjorn, you're good. Barney, you fall prone. Goose, you're good. Altair, you fall prone. Mumbleman, you fall prone. As the tremoring begins to shake and quake, I'm going to do this really quick here also. Valeria does not fall prone. Kren does not fall prone. And I'd say one of the guards falls prone, the others are all fine. Several civilians fall over. In this moment after that, the hooded figure deapparates completely and fades into shadow up into the sky. Cracks begin to split further, the tremoring increasing as structures begin to shake, split, and crack a little bit. Some of the houses below start to give way. You hear and see tables and stalls tip over and smash, vases and pots falling from ledges and stairs, and windows shattering and that showering glass onto the street. Vines begin to twist, snap, and pop as they begin to thrash violently around. And under this umbra cast sky, the shadowy streets, you guys see chaos ignite firsthand around you. Bursting up through on opposite ends of the streets, giant roots breach the surface. A short distance away, one up through and two up and across between the houses on the opposite side, and then another loud smash of impact as this third pyre of overgrowth wrecks its way up through the ground and into the town. You can see guards and civilians try to evade some of these impacts and attacks, but are not so lucky. You see two guards that get impaled up through the stomach and out the neck before they're hoisted up about 10, 15 feet up into the air, left sort of twisted and hanging off of branches. The civilians try to jump back and flee, but are sort of snatched away from the vines, spun backwards, and then snapped in half. His limbs are just broken before you. One of the acolytes shoots a blast of fire from her from this held firebolt spell, and it scorches some of the vines before one smashes her from behind and it sort of cleaves her down, and then another one just smashes, leaves in this dented crater in the ground, sort of severing her a bit from that upward heave. The gory retribution enacted as a lot of you all sort of gather close and watch all of this happen within 10 seconds. The tremoring begins to reside a little bit, which then follows, the sounds follows, makes your ears tingle and sort of your gut wrenches. These wretched screams of twisted creatures from below these cracks and the surface begin to call out, and you hear it. Another civilian makes this mad dash from the edge of the house, and he's sort of swept away at the knees and then slammed back and forth 3 or 4 times like a toy before being impaled by another gnarled limb, and sort of leaves him dangling and trailing his viscera behind him. Marksmen take fire, blasting sections of branches away. Valeria puts a hand out to try and say something, but it's too late. From below, a creature emerges from one of the cracks and hits the one marksman across and then throws him against the side of the house, and he sort of sticks out and sticks against some of the exposed protruding structure and lets out this gout of blood from his mouth. Another one appears right before you as well, now revealing within this dim light that you stand these bipedal twisted nightmare creatures. The Umbra has cast forth its eldritch horrors, constantly twitching sort of uncontrollably with maws of crooked teeth, and one massive bulging arm with bladed claws as fingers, and one shorter yet still dangerous looking hand. It bears a singular massive glowing eye in the center of its head. It drips with ichor and mildly smokes and sizzles while it hits and turns to ash as it hits the cobblestones. The mouths twist open abnormally as it and that squeal pierces the area, and you hear a number of crashing and slams as more of these creatures emerge from all of the cracks around the surrounding areas. I will move this really quick. Yeah, sorry. I'll have to move also Goose in this moment because you were at the top of that house. Altair was still at that crystal. This was the soldier that was tossed and left stuck to the wall. But these creatures here are the ones that have emerged from that, revealing a large number of these creatures in the vicinity. And they sort of, some of them slash across the ways at some of the hung corpses over their head, and it showers them in gore before they turn their massive eyes and begin to leer in your direction. And you can see Valeria sort of like steps back for a moment. She goes, live and die on this day. Live and die on this day with honor for soul. And she see her eyes begin to flare again as runic sigils ignite on her head, that same one that you had seen before. Barney, in this moment, you see her staring at you, and she recognizes that glow from your holy symbol, and she sort of squints. Her glowing yellow eyes squint, and you can see that radiant energy that's pulsing off of her. She turns and casts a spell at you, and you feel that energy pulse into you. Everyone around here watches Barney pulse with light. His blade ignites in this radiant flame and then begins to struggle to stay lit. And you watch that yellow radiant energy turn to this mauve, lavender-like color as the blade now emits this purple-like glow. She sort of smiles for a moment, and you can see like she almost looks excited with this like newfound realization. Bjorn, you swear you hear this crack of thunder, and that like instinct turning your gaze, you see the two gnarled shadows before you ready to pounce at its closest prey, sort of alerting you to the situation. Goose, these are creatures that are new and something that you haven't even seen or fathomed before, even from your twisted captor that you escaped from, something you'd never thought would surpass that evil visage. You watch Kren, the guard, and the acolyte form up a little bit as you all also are sort of in this moment, stricken and shocked by this immediate turn of events unfolding. This is going to be one for the ages. I'm going to need some initiative rolls for you, please, and thanks, lads.
So we didn't get any kind of like short rest between, did we?
No.
Nice.
But I believe there was some decent health thrown out there. You guys got topped up a little bit. There's a number of, I'm not going to say allies in this moment, but there's a number of dead, but there's also a number of these creatures that have emerged here. I need to add a few of these on here because that didn't stick for some reason. That's nice. Okay. Austere gun, if that works all the same. Okay. So I see Dan, Dylan, Jesse, Barney. Can I get an initiative roll from you? Oh, I see it. Never mind. Oh, that's right. It's not. Yeah, sorry. I realized I got to change that. I got to fix that. So that way your actual character sheet is the one that represents your token. Okay. First to react in this moment is Bjorn, followed by Altair. This twisted, shadowy nightmare creatures emerging from the cracks and ground as you've watched all the vines destroy the earth and sever and destroy people in the streets. What would you like to do?
I am gonna take a shot at this one right here with my longbow.
Sorry, which one?
That one.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I just missed the ping. Thank you. Okay. Yes, you sure can. A 13, unfortunately, does not hit. Just misses. But you can see how narrowly missing as it seems to just sort of turn to look towards some of the alkalite, and the arrow sinks into the side of the vines that have wrapped around one of the pillars of that house. You can see it like then look over towards you and like
Move back about 10 feet roughly.
Okay.
And just kind of look up at the sky and look back down, and that's my turn.
Okay. Altair, you are up.
Okay. I will, I guess, first stand up since I'm prone.
Okay.
I am going to shoot an arrow as a bonus action at that guy.
Sorry, which one again? This one?
The one close to me, yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I seem to
missed.
be missing these goddamn pings. That's my bad. Yeah, 9 unfortunately misses, man.
Okay. And then I guess, can I do like an acrobatics to hop down and
Of
get
course.
here?
Sure. So definitely can make an acrobatics check. This is the large vine that protruded up through the center of the houses. But what you notice is when you miss that arrow and the radiant damage impacts the ground, the creature seems to like, I'm not going to say react poorly, but gets like completely distracted by that shot. And then you leap off. So go ahead and make that acrobatics check as you leap from the top of that house onto the ground beside it. Hop, hop. Okay, take that. You land a bit, not the greatest landing, but you're not falling over.
Okay, then I want to get there, and then I want to hold my action until the other guys, at least 2, get in my range.
Okay.
Within, I don't know how, I think 15 feet
Okay.
of me.
Sure thing. So you're holding your action?
Yes. Yeah,
All
but
right.
at least 2 within 15 feet.
Sure thing. In this moment, I'm going to say Kren rushes up to here. He lashes out with a sword. You see a bit of ichor spray off from that side. He seems to rush to your aid. Sort of turns to you, gives you a nod in the moment. The Ballastier gunner here raises their musket up, takes 2 step backs. And you can see him look. You can see him look, and then he aims down the street this way and takes a shot down here. 12. Just hits. This one here taking a blast to the front of it, reacting poorly to that as well. This acolyte as well just steps back 1, launches a firebolt to the one closest to her, hits. That ends their turn. Goose, you're up.
All right, Goose kind of mumbles himself. I better be getting paid a fuck ton for this. And he's gonna pull out one of his javelins, and he's gonna try to jump on this thing down here.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, fucking make an attack roll, but also give me an acrobatics check as well, please.
Ooh, can that be athletics?
Just not in this moment, unfortunately.
I got you.
So the javelin attack, as you like, you're looking to plummet down on him with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, now give me that acrobatics check, please. Okay, so it's not so much that you hit, it's what you're gonna hit, and it's gonna be the vine on the way down.
I got you.
You're gonna get stuck here, and you're gonna take 8 points of piercing damage as you stick part of that gnarled vine up. It gets in the way and prevents you from actually making contact with your target. But you're not like impaled on it, but you kind of just dragged half of your body down the side of this gnarled vine before you get caught in one of the corner wedges of it. But you're only about 10 or so feet off the ground now.
I got you.
Unfortunately, the attack did not go through that well.
Worth a shot.
It was.
Uh,
Now I will admittingly, there is the inspiration still. I know I can giveth and taketh away, like,
sure. Why not?
because that's the hitting was more the part. The landing is the other. That was the other side of it.
Let's use it.
Sure. Awesome. So yeah, that definitely would hit. So you can go ahead and roll your damage. But the 8 points of damage is still taken from the fall, but you're on the ground now as you've sunk into the top of that creature. So awesome.
Does he do extra damage with the weight of the fall?
I'd say hell yeah. Give me an extra 2d6 on it. Fuck it. 7 plus. Fucking nice. Awesome. That one sinks in really far, and you can see it's turned towards this copper dragonborn that was fighting it alongside Altair, and you land haggard though, like sideways, like you kind of like ah, fuck. Take a bunch of damage, but you've sunk that javelin completely through the backside of it. It is protruded out the front and stuck through its leg to the ground. It's looking pretty fucked up from that.
I'll point my sword hand over here at Valyria, and I scream at her. I get paid by the fucking minute.
And you can see her all aglow and sort of turns to you and nods before she looks back to the one that's closest to her.
One other thought that we might have forgotten. Was it not Goose, or was it... No, it was Barney that has the glowing sword hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ending your turn, Goose.
That'll be it.
Okay. This creature here is going to go. Also, this one here is going to go. This one here is going to slash once to Kren before him for hitting him initially. Oh, excuse me. Definitely hits Kren, and then it's going to try, although its one leg is still pinned, its smaller hand is going to try and spin its momentum around to hit you, Goose, as well, as it was... which does not make purchase. But you can see the large bladed claw lashes Kren, and where it cuts into some of the armor, you watch this sort of ashen trail of shadowy smoke off of it as some form of necrotic energy is taken to the wound as well. And he kind of, and you see him brush it off. But that one's that one. This one also here in this moment begins to rush over towards Goose. Now, this would trigger your held action, Altair. As
I can't do it.
oh,
No, you could do it. You could do it.
oh no!
Every single I've almost had it set up like 5 times now, and then someone runs right next to someone. I'm like, nope, not doing it.
Oh damn it! Okay.
Fuck
Well,
it, do it.
No, you already don't have a lot of hair.
all right. Well, the other one's coming rushing up towards Goose, who's got this javelin protruded at the side of this one. It's going to make one attack: a 21 to hit
That hits.
and a 16 to hit.
That does not.
Okay, perfect. So you take 5 points of slashing damage and 1 point of necrotic damage as that large arm scrapes up the front of you and leaves this burning trail of necrotic energy across your skin and begins to eat the flesh mildly. It's 2. This one here also rushes up using its dash to get that far. Now, Barney, you are up. Barney, in this moment, the spell that was released upon you, you feel your weapon is ignited with this holy energy before what seemingly is the influence of your deity overruling the influence of the other. Whether it be the opposite of light and day, you're unsure, but your sword is aglow with this radiant purple energy, and you have holy weapon that's been cast on you.
I take like a second to like kind of look at it, and I spin the sword around, and I go, "All right," and then I'll make my way up to right here on this side of the crater, and I'm gonna hold my attack for when the dog thing walks up into it, so I can
Okay.
fight it at
Sure thing.
the crack, and I like kind of like slam my shit, and I, all right, come on, and I just hold my
Awesome.
action.
Okay, holding your action, it is its action next, and it does go to, you see it like take one back step, whether it's reacting poorly to the influence of your weapon, you're not sure, but it was taking a back step to pounce, and it's going to try and jump and like at you with its bladed claw, and it's going to try to make attacks, but it does enter that 5-foot range, which triggers your held action. 18 hits. You also roll an additional 2d8 damage
Jesus.
from the attack on your weapon. So what color is that? Pink. Okay, so 16. Awesome. You slash out with it as it goes to Kruk, and you see the energy of the sword pierce into it. But then it spins, and you see it look up at you with its big eye, and its mouth opens, and it and then tries to uppercut slash you in the face. D20 plus 5. Natural 1. Okay, so let me do this real quick. 13. The natural 1, as you slash into it, the energy takes, it steps to attack you with that uppercut and steps into the crack, falls prone at your feet. Doesn't make purchase with the second attack. This one here, down here, is going to make an assessment. I'm going to just roll a quick D20. Okay, it sees Mumble Man. It's going to go 30 feet towards you, Mumble Man. You see it like step, 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 jump, land right here. And it is going to, as it rears back with its one large hand. Why did it roll twice? Well, either way. Oh, that's weird. Either way, that's a natural 20. Okay, let's see what happens here. It is plus.
Mumble Man keeps getting crit.
Yeah, plus. So you take 2. Why does it keep adding 1 extra dice? What's up with that? You noticing that?
Do you possibly have exploding dice on your dice roller? It could be the crit.
Exploding dice? No, I haven't clicked anything abnormal, but clearly something's not right. Oh, penetrate. I see. What is that? Do you just inline dice? Is that the one?
I'm not sure. I just know that one of them will automatically roll another dice when you crit.
Yeah, I've never had to fuck with that before, so I'm not really sure. But that last 2 doesn't actually count. So it's 10 points of damage. Right?
Yeah.
I don't really understand why that's happening. But yeah, you take 4 points of slashing damage and then 6 points of necrotic damage. I don't like that.
Yeah. Alrighty.
And then this one here is going to dash 60 feet over to you, Bjorn. You see this one coming in hot. Doesn't get to attack, but it gets to you. And it's like... And this one over here... Oh, no, that's it. That's that one. Mumble Man, you're up.
Mumble Man is screaming, "I'm too young to die!" And he is moving and then dashing.
Sure.
So I'm going to provoke an attack of opportunity.
Most likely, which direction you're running?
I am going over to this location over here. Let me just pick him up and move him. Ideally, that's
Okay.
where I want to end up.
Okay, so as it does, and you move past this creature that begins to try and maul you, you run past it like, oh, fuck this, and it is going to try and slash at you with its tiny hand. What the fuck is that?
What'd you click on now?
Like basic roll or something.
You critic run.
Yeah, something's up with my fucking roll in here. I've clicked basic roll, but like,
Okay,
it keeps coming up like this
colored.
now. What happened? Oh, hold on. Ah, okay, it's a highlighting thing. But yeah, it did look like I crit again on that other hit.
No, that was a 19. That's not a crit.
Yeah. Fuck, I feel bad.
Dude, Mumble Man's been crit in the ass twice running away.
I know. But yeah, 5 points of slash, 1 point of necrotic. Is Mumble Man... Okay, so you would plummet about 10 feet away from the body. So you're going to turn and run away.
Again.
Fuck's sake. Okay. But yeah, you guys watch Mumble Man just get fucking and it sends him skidding across almost like Scorpion and across the ground as he comes to rest. It's
Jeez.
Secret Valeria's turn.
I love that my last words are "I'm too young to die."
Well, what's Valeria gonna do, James?
Well, Valeria is gonna see the guy go down and try and help him out. So she's
Okay.
gonna move and cast Cure Light Wounds.
Just so everybody knows, I don't usually play major characters for combat, so I will get someone randomly to take over someone. It will happen to others in the future potentially. So James in this moment's controlling Valeria in combat, so I don't have anything to do with it.
You're gonna have to move her token because it's not letting me pick it up.
Okay.
But I do have character sheet up. And
Yep. Sorry.
oh, awesome! Fuck me.
Sorry, I'm just trying to give you authentic authorization here. Can be edited and controlled by James. I think you can, but if not, whatever. I can move her where you need her to go.
Well, it's not letting me. Okay. Oh, maybe I'm actually on the wrong one. No, she's right there. This. Oh, okay. I was the wrong one. Yeah. I was doing the one underneath her.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah, you heal up 1 point, man. Fucking nice. You're stable. As Valeria, you guys watch Valeria rush over and then surge healing energy into Mumble Man. Anything else that she would do?
Okay, so that's movement and action. Bonus action as the cleric. Nothing comes to my mind other than we could use some
Fucking
assistance over here, please.
fucking lucky.
Assistance over here.
Okay.
And actually, her personality, would she step over Mumble Man and put herself in danger?
I would say that she would probably put herself before that.
Okay.
She would stand over.
Well,
Your
does she know
flame
this is
is
the coveted Mumble Man yet?
also your flame spreads in this moment as well.
Oh, gee. At least I get to burn something as I die.
All right, that ends Valeria's turn. I take it.
Yeah, because there's nothing else she can do as far as I'm aware.
Okay, so this one here is literally just out of reach by 5 feet from you. It is going to rush and dash over to this point, though, to get to you for the next time. This one up here is going to make a 60-foot dash as well, getting closer to the action. Brings us back to the top of the round with Bjorn, followed by Altair.
Quick thing. Do you need to stop for a few?
I was just looking at the time. I kind of think yes. I would think this is a decent spot to stop at the top of the round, if you guys are okay with that.
I'm good with that.
Okay,
Sure.
sweet. Okay. Awesome, guys. Thank you. And killer tonight. I'm fucking having a good time. As you know, seem a little bit vengeful, but you know. Be right back.
It's funny because as a player, I want to apologize for my horrible character interaction during combat, but at the same time, it is what it is.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I could have stood my ground and got an attack off. As
Well, that's
opposed
not
to
what
running.
Mumble Man has. That's not what Mumble Man's done. Mumble Man runs every time, like when you know what I
Well,
mean. He's
yeah,
cut off from everyone, and he wants to be by everyone, and he's always ran to get
Yeah.
to the. That's how you died last time too, because Mumble Man can get scared and he just runs. That's the second time you got down from an attack of opportunity running, I think,
Well, yeah,
which
but
is
I
really
mean,
funny. It like
it
it
is
really
funny.
adds to the character. Like it's
But
like
I do have a
yeah,
decent.
he's a
I have a decent armor class, so if he wasn't rolling crits, he's got a
yeah.
good chance of missing me.
I know, but it just makes it so much funnier where it's like, yeah, like you're a little old man who's like gets scared, and now you have people to like help protect you and like friends, you know what I mean? So you want to
Yeah.
like get to them to be safe, but you keep getting down trying to run. So it's like a perfect. I don't know. I think it's a really good. I think it's really great that it's happening. It makes it funnier. It makes it like it's
But
perfect for your
it's also
character.
versus the last character I played, Josh, you would recognize like it's completely opposite, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it's hard to take, man.
Yeah, Jack is like the battle master doing everything perfect,
Well,
like
yeah, I was, I
as
was
just min-max damaging, like just annihilating
yeah,
everyone.
the tank that took a lot of damage and also put out a lot of damage.
I'm back.
It's a real shame I haven't learned magic yet. That would help.
Well, I mean, your holy weapon that is cast on you right now is pretty cool.
But I can't do anything with my bonus action right now. So I just attack one time every turn, and I go, yeah, that's it.
What about, because you did learn last battle about your divine smite? I don't know exactly how that works. Is that something you could combine?
It happened, so I mean, like, but I think it's one of those things where, like,
You're
if
not
in the
quite
right
there yet.
moment,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, I'm like, as my character, I feel like it's just not the right. It's like I'd have to figure out another, like, it has to happen another time, and then I'll be like, okay, how does this happen? What is happening here?
I also think Cody might be having a little dissonance versus our resources and playing with the higher levels versus the lower levels, and we've got like no resources right now.
I saved 2 points of my, what's it called? Lay on hands, so that I could get 2 people up this fight if need be. And I almost went to burn it on these down guys, but I was like, you know what? I think they got impaled and stuff like that and crushed, and like Cody went into very much detail about how bloody, like the bloody pulp their bodies were in.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't even know. I don't think I can bring these guys back. I'll just hold it for us. It turns out we need it because you got absolutely annihilated, and Goose Fat threw himself off a 30-foot building.
Okay, I'm back.
That's great.
It's a rabbit that got stuck on a stick. A rabbit that fell from the building.
My weapon doing 2d8 bonus is crazy though.
Yes, it
At
is.
least somebody has a little bit of a bump on this. We expect to see some numbers. Lay waste.
Enough movement.
What?
There's the story. I'm not seeing enough movement because he said I expect to see enough more numbers.
Big
It's
numbers.
a reference.
Big numbers.
It's a reference from I don't know if you remember Ninja from Fortnite. They took him to like the New Year's Eve like ball drop and tried to get him to do like a Fortnite dance with everyone. And he's like, I'm not seeing enough movement. Nobody's dancing in the crowd. It's a very funny clip. But just the way you said it really reminded me of it.
Boost the power.
I had a really good idea earlier. Well, I think it's a really good idea. Let me know what you guys think. So we need some kind of system or like it'd be great if it was in Roll20 where you know when Cody's like explaining stuff like us moving through a town or whatever or how there's just like with a lot of us in it.
Yep.
If there was a way to like tick something where it's like, oh, I want like this person wants to like say something. So it's not like we're just trying to like wait to go in, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You can be like you can just look up and be like, oh, this person like has something to interject, like something to say.
We could start a weekly meeting on Microsoft Teams and raise our hand.
That's that's great, dude.
Whoever just said Microsoft Teams, I will throw something at you.
We could just use a symbol like a star or something in the text field where all the rolls and stuff comes up.
Because when he's like explaining, it's like a detailed rundown of like what the place we're in looks like. But sometimes we're like moving through something, you know what I mean? And I want to like, interject and be like, oh, can I go? I like something quick. Be like, oh, I waved to this person, or I like, you know,
Yep.
because then we're just like moving past it, and you don't want to like call back or cut them off. Sometimes.
Well, yeah, like when you're looking for alcohol or, I was.
Did you
Yeah,
guys
that's
hear
what.
that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I've never used a soundboard on this before.
Yeah, that's when I thought of it. I was like, oh, I wish there was a way I could just be like, hey, I want to jump in here, so he can like finish the sentence and be like yes, like go ahead, you know.
Yeah. That and sometimes when he's doing stuff like that, like he's reading, so going in the text chat might not work. Soundboard, a little sound might work. As long as we found one that was short and simple.
I feel like the logo in chat's not a bad idea. Because I don't know, the soundboard thing could get annoying.
Yeah. So is there something that's quick and simple you want to use, or like just a letter?
We can discuss it after, and then see if we can come up with any ideas for next week.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Where the hell's the soundboard?
I have no idea.
I think it's Discord, maybe. I've got a jukebox, but yeah.
Does anyone remember exactly what the guy in the black hood said to us all?
Exactly, no, but that's why we do the video. I do have, actually, I did take some notes. Hang on a second. The harbingers of the Queen have come to enact retribution. Something was stolen from her, and the world Terria will suffer until it's returned. Is that the gist of what you wanted to know?
Mm, that is nice to remember that part, but the other part when they came up to here on the roof,
Yeah, I didn't quite. He
they said something different.
Yeah, he said one word I didn't quite get. And then, yeah. So, no, I don't have that part. Can't believe I rolled a 1 on the cure wounds either. Not that it makes a lot of difference between, like 1 and 4. Any, hit's probably going to do 4 damage or more. But still.
Mm-hmm.
Guess at least I'm not making a death saving throw yet.
Mm-hmm. Get out of that once rolling.
Yeah. And part of my situation too is my low initiative roll. It's not super low, but if it had been just slightly higher, I would have been able to do my movement. I would have been able to find the big guy to hide with. My initial assessment of this situation, just as a player, but I didn't want to throw it out there for people, was for us to kind of gather in between these two houses back here and have a defensive line, and then the guys behind that can do the distance if we could make it there quickly enough, but definitely wasn't going to happen.
No. It's got chaotic fast. 5th level is extra attack. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, sorry, took a bit longer.
Oh, we had a half decent conversation going for the most part.
now that I was gone.
I just realized I completely forgot to pause the video during that 15-minute break, but that's not a big deal.
Oh, so Cody heard all our slander about him.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Well,
say we're gonna
Rats.
listen to all
Oh,
that
shit
shit.
gonna have to
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do some creative, clipping and
He
stuff
can,
before
he
I
can
post
go.
the video.
Just a bunch of party horns. Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah.
Nice. Is everyone present?
Yes, I am.
I'm here, but I'm not accounted for.
Okay. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing all right?
I feel
Yes,
a little
sir.
woozy.
Yeah.
Mumble Man's not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Goose is pretty rough, but I'm good.
You're like, Jesse's fine. Goose. Nice. A little bit of suspense never hurt anybody. What's wrong with that? All right. I'm ready to go if you guys are fucking excited.
Yep.
Okay. Let's get back into it. Top of the round, we left off with Bjorn.
Bjorn seeing the Mum Man crash and burn like that. Turns to the one that's right next to him. It's, get away, you foul beast! And I pull back my longbow and take a shot at him.
Hell yeah, you do. And it kind of like, as it does that, you let your arrow go and it sinks into the side of its face. And it pulls back. Did not like that. 7 points. Nice. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Altair, you're up.
Okay. I will. Let's see. I've changed my decision on what I'm gonna do like 20 times. So, I am going to. I am going to action Cure Wounds Goose Fat.
Okay. That
Nice.
is
my last spell slot.
Nice.
All right. Goose, you heal up.
Bonus action. I guess Shillelagh.
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
Very well. Kren is going to. You see him sort of study where he was slashed before, and he's like wiping away like the ashy necrosis from it. It's like, oh, fuck, goddamn things! And he rears back, and he's going to slam into the one that's sort of between Goose and him. 18. It hits. You see him like lunge through. You watch a sword shoot through him. He pulls back. His ichor pours out onto the ground. The thing looks really fucked up now after that. And he kind of stands there. You can see him look like he's going to turn back and run, but then he realizes and doesn't. The gunner back here is going to shoot towards the one that ran over here. 14 goes wide, actually hits part of the crystal that shatters off onto the ground after that. And you can hear it's like, shot! And you see him begin to try and reload. Goose, you're up.
You said the one underneath me looks pretty rough.
Yeah, the one that's sort of between Altair, Kren, and yourself is really fucked up. And you'd have a flanking bonus if you do make an attack on that one.
All right. I'll go ahead and try to shove my sword arm down its head or
Fuck yeah.
into that eye.
Nice. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Describe how you fell that creature, Goose.
I just stand up and just, like I said, just shove that sword down into its eye. And as it goes down, can I kind of roll in between these two off the body?
Of course you can.
Perfect.
Yeah. Technically, that one would try to make an attack against you because you're in that moment.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't got the HP to spare for that, so I'll just stay on top of its friend.
okay. Yeah, you're just right here. I wouldn't have been able to do that, but yeah, I'll let you recon that decision just because.
Because it's working out so well for Mumbleman and attack of opportunities.
Maybe that's the influential choice. I don't know, but
But yeah, that'll be Goose
okay.
Fat's turn.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, so this one here is then going to try and it's going to leap over and jump here, and it's going to make one attack against Valeria and then another against Mumbleman. Now I know Valeria is trying to harrow or block whatever's happening, but we'll see how that goes. This one's against Valeria. 20 would hit her. She takes 5 points of slashing, 4 points of necrotic damage. And then the second one is going to try and hit Mumbleman, who I believe is prone, right? You were unconscious?
Not unconscious,
Fuck.
but prone.
Yeah, okay. Bro. James, I don't mean that. I feel so bad.
Why you gotta be so cruel?
So that's for 6 points of slashing and 6 points of necrotic damage.
You had rolled much higher, you would have killed me, dude.
Fucking goddamn. I'm laughing like awkward, but that's that one. This one here is going to use its action and dash to try and get into the fray here, which it can do, but that won't be able to attack in this moment. But you watch this one come sliding across the ground. It begins to rush up towards you, Goose. That's two. That's that one. Barney, you're up.
Okay. With this one kind of being distracted and like stuck in the hole, I use my look around a little bit.
Yeah, it is prone.
I'm still gonna take the attack on it while it's stuck in this hole.
Okay. Oh, it's advantage because it's prone.
Okay.
24 definitely hits, and you can roll an additional 2d8 for your enchantment. Okay. So that's an extra 10, 15. Oh, that one there is like on the brink. When you slash down, you sever its tiny hand off, and you can see its eye like blinking rapidly and fissuring out. It's very, very fucked up. Oh, sorry, excuse me.
I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna sprint away and yell, "Someone finish that off!" As I run toward
Okay.
this thing. And
Okay.
can I use my bonus action and like movement speed to like sprint through it? And I want to try to like body check it, like run through the like body check into the side of it.
Sure.
Between it
I'll
and just, I want to end up
just
between it, Mumbleman, and Valeria.
okay. It will try to slash you at disadvantage. Definitely does not hit as you try to leave in its tired state. You slam into it. So go ahead and give me a athletics check just to slam into the side of this thing and see if
pipe up and say, "What is this bullshit? You roll advantage against me, you get a 19 and a 20. You roll disadvantage against him, you get 2 2s."
Hey man, I am not Dice Jesus, okay? Like I am.
Oh, I accidentally saw advantage on. Oops.
Okay, so an 8. So it is gonna just see if it opposes that. You push it 5 feet away, and I'd say you're right. Yeah, you're right there. So we'll go with that.
I'm just gonna get my shield off if I can, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, sure thing. All right, this one here is going to make. It's going to shove here. It's going to make 2 attacks, one against Goose, one against Kren. First one against. Let's go Goose this time. An 8. Kren, a 14. Both do not hit. That creature wildly swings. Kren parries the attack off. And Goose, you just duck out of the way as it tries to swing its massive hand in your direction, not making purchase. This one here, Bjorn is going to just sort of keep within melee of you, but it swings around a little bit. And it's going to make 2 attacks against you. First strike, large hand, comes overhand. What is happening? That's a 15 to hit.
It hits.
Okay, and then the second one is a 17.
Both hit.
Okay, so the first one, that's 3 points of slashing damage, 4 points of necrotic. You feel this sort of burning sensation as the ash and shadow kind of like severs part of your wound, and you're like, oh, what the hell is that? And you're sort of distracted by that pain. The follow-up of 5 points of slashing and 4 points of necrotic again as you're like, no, what the fuck? This creature is not enjoying this very much. I'm just having to take it out on you. But that ends those two's turns. Mumbleman, I need a death saving throw from you, please. Okay. That ends yours. Valeria's turn.
She's first off is going to skirt around him and move.
Okay.
And then she's going to use a Sacred Flame,
Okay.
which I looked up, and it's not actually, because it's just a deck save, it's not at disadvantage. For
Okay.
melee
And
range.
the one between you and Mumbleman is the one you're
Yep.
hitting? Okay. So dex save from it. It's not very dexterous. That's okay. A 10. That fails. So it takes 14 points of. Is that radiant damage?
I believe Sacred Flame is radiant, but give me a second.
I think it is. That one there ignites in radiant flame, and you hear it actually like start to burn and char with the energy of soul's light pouring forth on it as its flesh begins to melt, as part of its eye shakes, quivers, and it falls to all fours on the ground. It is pretty much on death's door after that. Anything else
It's
from Barry?
radiant.
That is the end of her turn, unless one of her first level spells is Holy Word.
I think we're just sticking with
Yep,
Kieran's.
okay, I just wanted to double check.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that.
That's it. That's
This one,
all.
okay. This one up here is going to make its mad dash. And now, Goose Altair, you watch as the one crested around that corner, and that sound that you heard that was distant from somewhere else that you couldn't see on opposite ends of the street, as another one of these creatures comes tearing into the battlefield. You can hear it skid again. Oh, it can get there too. Oh my god, this is brutal. As this one starts to run up. Damn it. Doesn't get to attack though at this turn. This, I believe it was this one. Yeah, is going to. Oh. Well, let's fuck around with fire here. It's going to turn and make an attack against Valeria because it charred it so fucking poorly or badly. First strike towards her is a 9 and then a 23 with the
9
follow up.
misses, Yep.
So that is 2, 4, 2. Valeria takes 4 points of slashing, 1 point of necrotic. Back to the top of the round. Bjorn, you are up, followed by Altair once again.
I'm gonna rack my longbow, take it on the shot guy in front of me.
Okay. Fucking 24 definitely hits, man. Another arrow sinks into the front of it and it kind of shakes its head.
And I am going to use second wind.
Okay. Awesome.
So it's 1d10.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
It's a d10 plus my fighter level. So I get 12 points back.
Right. All right.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn. All right. Altair, you're up.
I tell Goosefat to get out of the way, and I hold my action.
Oh, that's going to be a very difficult just get out of the way, but all right, let's do it. You hold your action, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Kren is going to... He's like, shit, get back! And he moves over here and he's going to try and attack that one. Yeah. Okay, that one there. This one here gets the front leg at the knee gets severed off and it falls to one leg, almost half prone, and you can see it starting to thrash the ground in pain and anger. It's not having a good time after that. What color was that? Oh, I have to move this. Oh, it's green. Okay. So yeah, that one's pretty hurt after that attack. Kren coming to the rescue in the moment. But after that, you see the Ballastier gunner has reloaded. It's going to shoot towards the one that's on the ground, but obviously it doesn't really realize that of what it is. So 10 blast the concrete to the side. He's like, shit! The Acolyte as well is going to do the same with a firebolt. And that one actually... Yeah, okay, no one's behind that. Okay, luckily. Hits the side of the building and starts a fire inside here on this side as well. She's like, oh, and then obviously she's like, okay, sweet. And then that's that. Goose, you're up.
All right, Goose is going to disengage
Okay.
and get my clicker back. He's gonna try to climb back up this thing.
The building? Okay, sweet. I would say due to your Harengon abilities, like your movement, you can move up that without any problem.
Cool. And I'm gonna spit on one of these and try to coax the beastie up to me.
Okay. Just roll a d20. See what you can see them look to try and attack you, but you're so quick to pounce up that side of the vine and you boom, Super Mario style up onto the side of the building and down at one. And then you can see the one that was looking ready to attack you looks up and it hits it right in the eyeball as it... You can see the one that's right at the bottom here is looking at with both its arms out wide like it's going to get ready to try and get you somehow, some way.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I would say once Goose is out of the way, Altair, that would trigger your held action.
Okay. I don't know if
That'll catch it.
that
That'll
one,
catch it. Yeah. You're fucking right, it will.
those two, at least. And then
I
it's a
see the cone hitting all three there. I don't know what you're talking
okay.
about.
Okay. It's a 12 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, con save. So I'll get two separate because they're two different, and they are not. So this is for two on the bottom. Okay, so those ones succeed, I guess. Fucking stupid.
Holy shit!
What the fuck, man?
He's just
I'm-
trying
Are you
to kill
sure?
us tonight.
Are you sure you didn't
I-
click something?
No, I am genuinely kind of upset that I'm rolling so many natural 20s. Like, that's not cool. Either way,
You just get
all
them
of them
all
seem
out of the
to
way
succeed.
now, so you don't have any more for the rest of the fucking campaign.
So do they take damage or do they take half damage?
Yeah, they take half damage, so
Okay.
and it's radiant.
Okay, describe to me what you're doing here.
Instead of like fire breath, his like chest where his glowing heart is like looks like it's getting empowered, and he, I guess, just opens his mouth and a bunch of light just comes out. And
Awesome.
like sparkly light, I guess. Yeah.
You can
Like
see
the
that
light
they.
of it almost looks like a star,
Okay.
I guess. So
A very
bright.
scintillating energy shoots from Altair.
Yeah.
Okay. And you see them react quite poorly to the radiant energy as the eyes kind of like turn away from the radiance and like the skin peels at the elbows and arms where they're trying to deflect that. They seem to react quite poorly to that. But yeah, you blast at the three of them. Unfortunately, they succeeded on their fucking saves, I guess. Fucking ridiculous, man. But still awesome, dude. All right. Anything else Altair would like to do?
I don't think there's anything else I can do, so I'm good.
You can see Kren using his longsword. He kind of drops his shield, and he's getting ready to two-hand cleave this thing down, the one in front of him from the top.
I'll actually get on the other side of him with my movement
Okay.
to, yeah, right there to like, hopefully they at least split up.
Sure thing. And yeah, you're far enough away, no triggered opportunity. As you move past, Kren lops downwards and hits the concrete. And he's like, shit. And you can see him look up towards the creature as it looks back at him. Gunners, again, wait, did we just do this? We're around that quick. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's disadvantage. 14 just misses again. Fire blast. Yeah, both of those miss. These two are useless. Jesse or Goose, you're up.
Didn't I just go?
It felt like it, but no, we're back to this round.
No, I think
Yeah,
I skipped the whole bottom.
mine was my held action.
I think
Oh!
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're right. You're right. Thank you. So yeah, Kren would not have attacked. I'm taking that back. Sorry, I got confused, guys.
You might not have been able to move.
Yeah, I don't think you would have then been able to move after that Altair.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah. You're right.
I forgot.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
that's fine.
Yep, you're right.
But yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was wondering because I was like, wait, you're right. We were just fucking here. But yeah, none of those hit. And yeah, these ones now. So yes, this one here is going to scramble up and then in its horrible state claw over and try and get to this acolyte here. It's going to make 2 attacks against her. 13 and an 18. Both of those hit. You watch her take. I just want to do this real quick and see. Yeah, she gets.
making 2 attacks.
Yeah, he was one hand was severed off, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. So that second one doesn't hit. She gets hit by that. Claude, thank you. I don't know why I'm so scrambled now all of a sudden. She gets clawed, doesn't go down, but she's hurt by that strike. She's like, oh god, pulls back. The second one is this one here, which is going to attack Kren again. This leg is really fucked up, so that it doesn't have quite the same mod. I'm gonna give it 16 and a natural 20. You watch Kren get slashed across the front, and he's like, "Ah! What the fuck?" And it burns. He's like, "Ah!" And you see him pull back and actually take one small step sort of backwards as he's looking a bit rough. Those two are gone. Barney, you are up. Mumble Man's
Barney-
still unconscious on the ground, but you have two of these creatures sort of between you and him, and another between you and Valeria. It's dicey.
Yeah, I think I just need to put some get some damage on this guy because otherwise he's gonna get us all.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack this one.
Sure thing.
Oh,
18 hits.
yeah.
So 7 plus another 2d8. Is your purple energy sword. This dim light seems to be empowering you in this moment. So 17 points. That one, white. It looks pretty hurt after that attack as well. Starts like snapping its jaws at you.
Yeah, and then I guess as my bonus at like, there's nothing I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn. I'm just gonna make sure I'm like in between Mumble Man and it, so we can't hit him.
Okay. On 10, this one here is going to shoot over to Kren, and then this one here is going to make 2 attacks against you, Bjorn. It seems to be knuckles down, just starting to scrape the cobblestone, like you're sinking arrows into it, and you're having this exchange back and forth. First strike, 14 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits, and then an 18, so both of those hit. So first one is 3 points of slashing, 2 points of necrotic, followed by the second smaller strike that hits for 5 points and 3 points. Okay, and then against Kren, a 16 and a 7. The first one hits him, or sorry, yeah, he dropped his shield. So yeah, he gets hit. I'm gonna roll this. Oh, wow. Okay, Kren looks very rough, but he's not down, but he's very close. That ends 10. Mumbleman, death saving throw, please, and thank you. Okay. Oh. I know. It's like, where's this natural one? Can you fucking imagine? That ends Mumbleman's turn. There's one success. Valeria's turn. She's moved to the opposite side of this creature.
She's gonna call down Sacred Flame again.
Okay, dex save. A 20. Does it take half damage or no?
I'm pretty sure it does. Let me just.
No, it doesn't take any damage.
It doesn't take anything.
Oops. Damn it, then that goes wide.
It doesn't.
The writhing creature before you kind of instinctually ducks out of the way, unfortunately. Anything else she would like to do?
No, that would be it. Other than Okay, actually, yeah, no. That's it. That's all.
Okay, you hear Valeria call out. She goes, "Keep it together. We're doing well. Stay tight formation." And you can just barking orders. This one now is going to try and scale up the side of this. Jesse, would you like below a 10 or above a 10?
He might be muted.
I'll go over.
Over? Okay. It jumps up, and you see it like scaling up, and it's almost to you, and then it falls back off. It does take a bit of damage. 5 points of slam damage as it slams back onto the ground, and it's prone on the ground. The other one is white. This one here is going to thrash wildly against Valeria. For strike. fucking stupid. And then 18. So both of those hit her. So I'm just going to do this.
You know, when you said this was a more punishing campaign, this isn't what I had in mind.
So she takes 8, 12, 14 points of slashing and 2 points of necrotic damage.
She's getting hurt, but she's still up.
Okay. Awesome. Back to the top of the round again. You guys can see the sky in the air beginning to continue to roil, the branches shaking, the leaves rustling. The dim light all around you has cast shadows on every corner and every street. But Bjorn, you're up.
Shoot another round.
This is it. It goes wide, unfortunately. You can see the guy beside you trying to quick load his musket. He's looking up at you and he sees your arrow go wide, and the creature, and you can see it like put one arm out like it's getting ready to fucking hit you.
That's it. I can't do nothing else.
Okay. Altair, you're up. This creature here is prone on the ground, and this one here is extremely hurt and missing part of its leg.
I will. The one that's extremely hurt and missing part of his leg. I still have my starry form, so I'm gonna throw a bolt at it.
Okay. Come on, baby. Oh! 14 just misses, man.
Okay. And then I walk over to the other one and hit it with my shillelagh.
It would be at advantage because it's prone. Fuck
Nope.
me.
TPK.
That's the
I
way it seems like
walk
it's
over
going.
there and tickle his taint, I guess.
Okay.
While he's just laying there.
Okay. Ending your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Kren misses. Kren does not move. This gunner here, this acolyte, is going to point blank blast the one that rushed up towards her. So it's at disadvantage technically. But that's still a 19, and that one was extremely fucking hurt. This one gets blasted backwards and catches fire. And she goes, holy shit! The gunner here is he's fumbling, trying to reload. And you can see him put up his musket with two hands, and he's running straight towards this one, and he's going to try and slam into him and just try and knock him off course. I'm going to do a contested athletics thing here to see what happens. The gunner... Okay. And the creature... You watch him slam into it, and the creature meets him and like clutches the front of his musket, and you can see him turn now with his gaze looked on him, and he's going to try and swipe the side of his head while he has a hold of his weaponry. But that ends their turn. Goose, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna launch a javelin at the same one I spit on, just to antagonize him more.
Okay, so it would be technically disadvantaged because he's prone.
I got you.
Okay.
Just need a really good roll.
Come on, BB.
There we
Hey,
go.
nice. So yeah, that's gonna definitely hit. 4 points of damage.
Mhm.
That's an extremely fucked up.
And I'm gonna start banging on the roots and stuff, trying
Okay.
to antagonize him more. Just really trying to get this dude up here again.
Okay. Okay.
And
Anything?
that's my turn.
Okay. The ones that went are dead. Barney, you're up.
Yay. Da, da, da. I don't know. She can hold on.
You can do it. You can do it.
Okay, I don't notice that it's behind me. I'm gonna just attack this one again.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Describe to me how you fell this creature, man. Because an extra 4d8 is gonna fuck that shit up.
I kind of like a little distracted with everyone getting hit behind me, and I'm like, I need to get there, and so I guess I kind of just like think about the way I've fought with the other attack that I try to replicate it, even though it's not exactly it, but I swing this thing perfect, and I just like almost like a baseball swing, just take its head off. Like, oh,
Fucking
I'm like, I spin myself around. I'm surprised it just like clean, so like it cut through so much. I'm like, oh, and then
imbued by the light.
and then I guess with my movement, I'm gonna like run out wide here. Try to do the same thing I did the other one and body check this, like
Okay, I
drive my
like it. I
shoulder
like
into
it.
this one away from Valeria.
Yeah, give me an athletics. I like the flavor.
I want to know what the percentages on crits to not crits are tonight.
Man, I have never seen so many in my fucking life. You do the same. This one gets knocked 5 feet back, and it puts you sort of between. Cool. Anything else Barney's doing?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. 10. This one here is going to stand up. It does look to you, Goose, up there, but it realizes that it was also just attacked by another, and it is going to try and hit Altair here. First strike against you, Altair, is an 11. And then the second. This has got to be like a fucking actual record, right? Like, this has to be. Like,
I don't know. It's got to be some sort of glitch in the Matrix.
I don't know.
All right, so new characters.
You take
12.
6 points of slashing damage and 6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then the one here is going to cleave the soldier that is, yeah, that one, that. And the second strike, you see it, the first one he tries to swing with his little hand, and he's like, it shakes free the musket, and you can see the soldier before you, Bjorn, is getting ready to like two-hand swing it with like the butt of the gun, and the big hand comes around and just slashes across his face, and he stops for a second. He's like, "Wah!" And he looks over to you and can just see this massive claw mark in his neck where it's just been torn out as he looks, and then you see him and falls over on the ground. That ends that. That was Bernie's. Mumble Man, death saving throw, please.
Before his saving throw, you're gonna hear like this weird sound, a gurgle gurgle, and then you see like a little puff cloud come out from like behind him, and a little "Hoo," as the alchemy jug on his back just does something strange. And
Oh.
Man, I thought you were like getting ready for like some like I don't want to say like
I'm so
elegy or
nervous every
something.
time.
I know. It's awesome. But yeah, there's 2 success, 1 fail so far. Valeria.
Obviously, we'll go with Sacred Flame again.
Okay, the one before you.
Yep.
Okay, so dex save. Dex save. Fuck. Awesome. Valeria's doing so good. Everyone's having a great time.
Yeah, you know, thanks for letting me play the second player, or the NPC, seeing as how Mumble Man's been down. But
I'm glad she has such a high DC to save too.
I know. It's fucking,
Okay.
it's hilarious. It's just,
Barney, the one that you hit, like, just checked into, is looking towards Valeria's, like, blasts the radiant energy, and in that moment of you checking, it kind of goes a bit wide, and she looks over to you, like, and like shit, and then it turns with its small hand, and it's gonna just try and like poke you in the gut. To 16 to hit,
Nope. I blocked
and
with
then
my shield.
the second one, as it misses, you block with your shield, and it looks like it's getting ready for an overhand downward with its large hand.
There we go.
I
Okay.
shot back.
How does it
So-
feel?
What I would like to do here is, since that creature only had literally 2 HP, it goes over the top of your shield and goes to slam you, and you instinctually just sort of like put your shield up again to defend yourself. And what you didn't realize is the tip of your sword, as it lands on you, ends that creature right in front of you. And then
Oh.
it kind of starts to plummet and fall against you. So like you have a chance to sort of get out of the way, but you have it sort of half-ass pinned to your sword and shield in this moment. Excuse me. And then the red one here is okay. It falls onto you, and you are prone with it on top of you. But it is dead.
I tried to
and
get too
did
fancy with it.
That was. Sorry, did I roll for the second one yet? Confused. Valeria went, and then I rolled 2
No.
attack. Yeah, no. So yeah, the red one here is going to attack Kren. 17 and 11. The first one hits. Kren goes unconscious on the ground. Bjorn, you are up, followed by Altair. Sorry, this is dragging out, guys, but we're doing good. You guys are doing great.
I'm gonna take a shot at him.
That sounded convincing.
that was my thought. We're doing great for a battle we should have ended like 3 or 4 turns ago if we had rolled a half decent.
I don't know what to say. Unfortunately, it does not fucking hit, man.
No.
Yeah, no.
But you can see after it flashes out the one, you kind of in that moment it goes wide. You're like, shit, it was that perfect fucking shot. And but it turns to at that moment after that. Altair, sorry, are you doing anything else, Bjorn?
I got nothing else to do.
Okay,
Isn't
sorry, man.
that like the third 14 in a row you've rolled?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And you hear for a moment, Bjorn, after that happens, that crack of energy. You're like, what? And you feel a little bit of your body surge. The runes are starting to ignite on your body again. You feel that kinetic energy starting to grow. But Altair, you are up.
I'm gonna point blank range shoot an arrow, so disadvantage.
Okay.
Nope.
Which one?
The
I guess
one
it doesn't matter.
right
Yeah.
close, like right in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to, as my action, turn into a giant lizard.
Oh, sick. Okay. So describe what your lizard looks like, dude.
It's, I guess, like It almost looks exactly like Altair, but the snout basically just elongates, and I go on all fours for the
Okay.
most part, and like get a, I guess probably gain a few pounds. Yeah,
All right.
and yeah, that's about it.
All right. So
And
there's your
then-
wild shape token for your giant salamander or your giant lizard.
and that's all I can do.
All right. Well, you guys watch Altair wild shape for the first time into this giant lizard, this celestial giant lizard. Okay. I'm gonna. Sorry, you were a 21, so I got to re-add your turn. Sorry. There you go. Okay. And that ends your turn. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. That gunner is down. This acolyte here moves up one, and she's going to blast towards the one you're fighting with there, Bjorn.
Again.
Sorry, I'm gonna take a second here. I just need to fucking rub my face. Oh, man,
You're
what the
stealing all
fuck?
of our crits.
I don't like it. I don't like it, man. This isn't cool. Like,
That just means the next session it'll just all be nat ones to even it out.
yeah, you're right. You're right. That thing is dire as well. That thing is extremely rough after that. But she's like, yes, we got this. Hold tight. Kren. Her first fail. Goose, you're up.
So the one in front of Bjorn, she just hit with the radiant, isn't dead?
No. She didn't use radiant. It was a fireball
Okay.
or fire. Yeah. Sorry, not fireball. Firebolt.
Yep. I'm sorry.
Jesus. She's got quite a bit of health.
All right. This time Goose Fat is just gonna like make his way down. He's not gonna do any crazy jumps.
Okay.
Just come down and attack with his short sword.
Okay. You could position yourself a little better for a flanking bonus if you want. Don't take my advice though. I'm just trying to help in this moment.
There you go. Wait, no. There we go.
Okay. So that'll be a +2. An 11. 11 unfortunately does not hit. Almost
Womp
sees you
womp.
coming and dodges out of the way.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Yeah, sorry to bore you. I know this is fucking brutal, but we're getting through it. The one before you, Bjorn, is gonna make an attack against you. Is it Bob's 5 feet over, and then it's gonna turn, pivot, and attack 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Uh, 5 points, 4 points of slashing, 1 point of necrotic.
Like barely holding on.
Okay, and second attack. Oh,
Misses.
that crack of lightning strikes again as it does, you see this flash overtake your vision, and as you re sort of focus, you have put your bow out instinctually to block the attack, and it parries off. The creature kind of staggers offwards. Awesome. That's that one. 15. That one is the green one. The green one is going to jump onto Kren and make 2 attacks.
Jesus Christ, poor Kren.
First one does not hit with a 12. Second one hits with an 18, and he had 1 success. So he is 2 failed death saves, 1 success. Barney, you are up.
Well, I have to use half my movement speed to get out from underneath this thing.
What you do, you pull yourself out.
Ugh. And then can I use my bonus action? I'm gonna pick up Mumbleman by the shirt, and I'm gonna like pick up his corpse and kind of put it on his feet. I'm like, all right, come on, get up, old man. I'll use my action to cast
Lay
1
on hands.
point of lay on hands to get him to wake up, like get him up. And then once he regains consciousness, I'll kind of like let him go on his feet.
Okay.
And then we'll use my last 15 feet of movement speed to start moving this way.
Okay, and Mumbleman, you're sort of left shaken, weak at the knees after you regain consciousness from being sort of slapped by Barney.
What's going on?
You take in the chaos around you.
I lose my balance and stumble in this general direction over here.
Yep.
Let's see here. And we'll cast. Hang on just a second. I was not expecting. Cold brew on the one in front of Bjorn because he looks like he's hurt and
Okay.
in danger and stuff. So,
Is that a dex save?
hang on a sec. It's coming up now.
Oh, it's a hit. Yes.
Holy
yes.
shit! I hit.
Describe how you fucking destroy this fucking creature.
Okay.
You did it.
Mumbleman, after being dragged to his feet and healed, kind of trips over his feet, stumbles in that direction, sees Bjorn fighting this other thing, and he's like, puts his finger in the air and thinks to himself, I know what I'm gonna do, and produces a small tube and puts it in the palm of his hand and smashes his other hand down on it, and this blue-like liquid streaks towards this creature and hits it, and you see a slight frost build up on him, and it just kind of collapses to the ground. It's like,
Awesome. Fucking cool. Bjorn, in this moment, saving grace, old man wakes up and casts this, and you're like getting ready for this other impact, whatever, or you're getting ready to draw your bow to try and finish it off, and someone's finally come to your aid.
and you look over and see Mumbleman, and he's giving you a thumbs up.
Stumbleman, as he. Oh fuck. Okay. Anything else that Mumbleman would like to do?
Die? Oh no. He's gonna attempt with his bonus action to stay standing.
Okay. Very well. This one here is going to turn from Kren and jump onto. I guess this. I'm just going to shift this out of the way so the token's not so bad. But to this newfound giant creature here, and try and cleave at it. And first,
Jesus Christ.
fuck me.
Do you have like DM crit turned on?
No, dude. I don't. 11 points of slashing damage plus. Sorry. Yeah, 8 points of slashing plus 4 points. Jesus Christ. I can't even do math right now. I'm so fucking perplexed. You take 11 points of fucking damage. Second straight.
Side note, before that happens, was not Valeria supposed to go?
Oh, did I miss? No, it was Mumble Man. Then there's the
Valeria is always gone right after Mumble Man.
well, there's the 10. There's a tree horror in between it. Which
Okay.
is just one. But either way,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah.
Early on, they might have just been moving really fast. Like they might have just been like moving.
And then a 9 for the second strike, Altair. So I don't think that one hits.
Almost does.
But it is Valeria's turn now.
She is going to move 30 feet in the direction of the remaining ones that are up,
Okay.
and then she is going to cast Sacred Flame again
Okay.
on the one that's by Kren.
The one that's mauling Kren right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a fucking dex save. Oh fuck.
And it's her
Oh my
weakest,
god.
her weakest Sacred Flame yet. I mean,
No, that doesn't matter. That one literally had 2 fucking HP and no one was touching it. that one gets blasted by Sacred Flame. It ignites in radiant fire and then collapses backwards onto the ground. Oh fuck. Okay. Anything else Valeria would like to do?
there is plenty, but
That's it.
she's gonna do the rallying cry like she was with you instead, directing people, and we've almost got them. Let's finish them off.
Okay. Both of those ones are dead. Bjorn, you're up.
I am going to take a shot at that one right there. And that's in the
Awesome.
middle.
Awesome. Bjorn's having a good night.
Bjorn's having a great night.
Sorry, Dan.
That's it. That's all I can do. Nah, it's fine.
It's okay.
Mama
It's
Man
okay.
looks over and gives him another thumbs up.
We're
Bjorn
getting
gives
to
with thumbs up
sides of her.
back as he sheds a tear.
Altair, you're up in your giant lizard form.
I'll attack. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
What is this thing's attack? It is.
It's giant lizard. It's 1d8 plus 2 for damage, and I think it's a plus 4 to hit with 5-foot reach.
Nope, 11 does not hit.
No, unfortunately, it does not.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
The gunner is down. This acolyte, heeding Valeria's orders, rushes over, is going to blast towards the one you just tried to hit as well with a firebolt. It hits. It blasts into the back of it, but that red one hasn't been injured too much yet. So that does a little bit of damage there. Let me see what it's got. Okay, not bad. A little bit extra damage there. Kren. Oh, here's Krenny boy. Oh, Krenny boy. Okay. He's not dead.
Can't do
Goose,
the
you're up.
natural 20 on that one, eh?
All right, we'll just go for
The one before
another.
you is would have flanking bonus, and that one is also extremely hurt.
Yeah. I'll swipe at it again with my arm.
Sword arm, go! Hey, there you go.
There
Describe.
we go.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, describe to me how you feel this one. Fuck yeah,
So
the tide is turning.
with my javelin still sticking out from it, I kind of like hop onto it and do like a jumping board at a pool. Jump up, do a backflip, and as I land, stab it into this one's eye.
And you do, and it tumbles backwards with the javelin, sunk right into its eyeball, and falls against the side of the vines in the house. And
And I make sure that Valeria is watching while I do this. She's
which she
racking up
is.
a tab for all these acrobatics.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
Oh, that'll be it.
Okay, Barney, you're up. Followed by Mumble.
I'm gonna run past Valeria behind her, and I'm gonna, if she's looking this way, like you said, I'm gonna point her, like I'm gonna point and be like, go heal that guy, and I'm gonna run this way, and I can just get up to, what's this guy's name? I have to zoom way in.
Kren.
Kren.
Kren, and I'm gonna kind of like kneel down beside him and use my last point of lay on hands against him and go, I
can see
really
he's
hope
been
you're not dead
slashed
yet,
up.
there, buddy.
Yeah, he's all torn up and stuff like that, but you surge down and pump in that one point of energy, and you can see him, like, his eyes shoot open for a second, focus on you, and he's like, and, like, spits out blood, and he's like, what
Whoa.
the fuck? Excuse me. As I hack up a lung. But yes, you save Kren in that moment.
He's kind of startles me. I step back for a second. Oh, I was sure you were dead.
Yeah, you can see him, like, lift up on one arm to try and, like, start to stand, but he's pretty fucked up.
I'll take out of my like little satchel. I'll pull the last little swig of the wine and I'll hand it to him. Last of my action.
Yeah, and he, like, kind of is looking at you holding that out as Mumbleman goes.
That's it. My turn.
Swipes the bottle out of your hand. All right, Mumbleman.
Mumbleman reaches in to his cloak and he pulls out a handful of powder as he stumbles forward, doing a semi-weaving pattern because he cannot walk straight currently. Gets to here and uses his poison cloud. He lifts his hand up and blows it at the one remaining standing up monster.
Okay. Is that a con save?
It is a Constitution save, DC 13.
Fuck's sake, eh?
It
At
would
least
have
it's
been
not a
so
natural
cool if one of
fucking
them
20.
had to kill the second one.
Surprised it's not a natural fucking 20 for some stupid fucking reason. Okay. Does that end Mumbleman's turn?
No.
Oh,
He reaches in and pats himself, goes, where did I put that? God. And then grabs another vial. And he looks at it and goes, right, you don't drink it, it's topical. And he cracks it and starts applying it to himself.
okay.
He tells himself.
Even he knows it's a terrible system.
It's like you have to remind yourself. So yeah, you heal yourself up for a bit there. Okay.
And then he actually collapses to the ground.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. The last one standing here goes between Goose and Altair's wild shape form, and it's going to make a sort of this spinning dervish attack against the two of you with its claws extended outward. So one attack against each of you. First one is against Altair. Second is against Goosefat. 23 on Altair, and a 9 on Goose.
That misses.
Altair, you take 8 points of damage, 4 of each.
I am to my normal form again.
Okay.
No rollover, but
Okay, awesome. That ends that on that. Sorry, my man was up. My man went. A Seeker Valeria.
Josh, which one did you tell her to heal?
This guy who just went down.
I can't see your
The
ping.
gunner.
Okay, and he did just go down?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and then she will go over and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. Okay, yeah, he arises, and you see Bjorn. You watch some of the energy flow into him, and his neck wound starts to heal. But he starts to apply pressure to it, and Valeria begins to assist him. Is that Valeria's turn?
That is her turn, yes.
Okay. Which is inspiring to you as it is your go, Bjorn.
Take another crack at this.
This is it, man. This is it. This is not it.
Nope.
Roll with advantage. Roll another time. The runic energy surging through your body that you've.
Goes wild.
I fucking quit. You pull the string on your bow so hard that you snap your bowstring, feeling the invigoration of your giant heritage surging through your body. You pop the bowstring of your longbow. Altair, or sorry, man. What else would you like to do?
Sit down.
Sit
Just sit on the fucking ground.
Altair, you're up.
I will. I will. Shillelagh's still up, so I'll try and bop it with that.
Okay. Be +2 with. No,
It doesn't matter.
fucking cool.
I don't think I've hit either today. The only one I hit on was my breath because it was a saving throw and they both got 20s.
It's fucking crazy, man. That's just fucked up.
That's
Kren is on the ground. He starts to drink the wine. Doesn't do anything. The gunner is very hurt. The acolyte's attention is drawn. Goosefat, you're up. Make it happen, man. Like, just make it happen.
Surely.
I want to
let's
do
make
I should have just narratively described how you all come together to fell this, but for fuck's sakes.
Let's make another attack.
This is it, man. This is it. I think Goose, you've had a critical tonight. You've hit a few things.
I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
No.
Describe to me, guys, in unison, how you all in this moment are gonna fucking team up to destroy this fucking thing.
We continue to hit them with our pool noodles until they die.
Okay, this is the way I feel it should go down. I feel Barney should do his attack, probably almost kill it. Mumbleman gets back to his feet, pulls out his short sword, and
Yeah, I was gonna
tries to
say
finish him off.
Yeah, because it's technically Barney up followed by Rumble Man, so fucking have at it. Like, make some shit happen, guys.
Barney seeing the Wissy's just gonna be like, alright, I need to get my hand at this thing. This thing must be a monster if it's just dodging all these attacks. I'm gonna try to sneak up behind it and get it.
Fucking awesome. We would even have a +2 to flanking. But yes, describe how you fucking fell this fucking thing.
Barney's just amazed by how well it's dodging everything and deflecting blows, and he's like, I need to get my hand at this thing. And he's gonna come up behind it and just really quietly, and then he's gonna kind of leap off the one root and drive his sword straight through the back of it. Like,
And,
Oh
just
my
like that.
god.
and before it falls, while it's still up, This is where Mumble Man will come in, believing that he's gonna get the killing blow. And Mumble Man will move forward and try to use his short sword. And he will actually use his inspiration.
Yeah. Roll a 1. Roll a fucking 1. Just do it. Oh, good. Okay. Oh my god. Awesome, you guys. You fucking did it. And at the end of all this, you look around to see the fucking riddled corpses of these gnarled, twisted creatures. Everyone levels up.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Good timing.
Oh, quite
Mumbles
literally, I
Man
had
looks
1
around and
health left.
mumbles
Did
to
you
himself.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
Fucking
the
crazy.
last like 2 rounds, I've had 1 health.
Man, it is so torturous to sit here and watch you guys consistently miss and have to tell you that you miss like that. It breaks my fucking heart.
Well, you're rolling
AC
20s
15 on
over
those
there?
guys.
Yeah, it kinda sucks on our end, too.
But this epic combat, I'm going to say for tonight, we're going to conclude our episode for the night, and we'll pick up with this. But everyone levels up. A well-deserved level up. That was 3 pretty strong combats to this point, and everyone hits level 3.
Nice.
Mumble Man's mumbling to himself, going, "It's not supposed to be this hard. What the hell?"